Hi, it's a pleasure to welcome you all back to this English class. In the previous lesson, The Selfish Giant, we learned that we must be selfless. That is, we should put someone else's needs before our own need and help each other, being responsible. Now, why do you think your teachers always tell you to stay home, stay safe, keep learning, eat healthy, and be happy? It's because they care for you. Caring and sharing are two very important qualities one should possess. Now tell me, have you ever shared something with someone who you care for? It can be food, toys, clothes, anything. Here is an excerpt from Louisa M. Alcott's famous novel Little Women. In this story, we can see the psychological and the moral growth of the young girls from youth to adulthood. We'll see how the four little girls part with their money to buy a Christmas gift for their mother and how they sacrifice their breakfast to treat their famished neighbors as a Christmas present. When Mr. March had been on war during the Civil War, Mrs. March lived in a village with her four daughters. Margaret, who was beautiful and sweet, was the oldest and she was lovingly called Meg. Amy was the youngest, pampered and artistic. The third one was Beth, a gentle musician. And this was the second oldest, Joe, who was a tomboy. Meg, Joe, Amy, and Beth are four sisters who belong to the March family. The story begins with the four sisters who wake up on Christmas morning and find books under their pillows, which was kept by their mother, Mrs. March, as a Christmas gift. They were delighted with the precious gift and decided to read it every day. As Meg opened the book and began to read, Jo also read the book as she peeped through her shoulder, putting her arm around Meg. Then they ran downstairs to look for their mother and thank her for the beautiful gift. But Hannah, the maid, told them that she had been to the poor neighbor's house to help them. The four girls were very excited to see their mother back, as they had secretly collected some presents in a basket and had kept under the sofa ready to give her on this special day. When mother returned, they all wished her Merry Christmas and thanked her for the gift she had given. When it was time to have their special Christmas breakfast, for which they were waiting since an hour, Mother asked them if they could give their breakfast to the poor Hummels family as a Christmas gift. For a minute, no one spoke, as they were unusually hungry and were waiting since an hour to have the special breakfast. But then Joe said quickly that they were glad to help them, and all agreed. Mrs. March was happy and satisfied when the girls packed the special breakfast with cake, bread roll with cream, and other necessary things. They were soon ready, and the procession set out to see the Hummels family. The Hummels' residence was a poor, bare, miserable room with broken windows, no fire, old and torn bedclothes. A sick mother with a newborn baby was sitting with a group of pale, hungry children who sat close to each other under one old quilt, trying to keep themselves warm. The Hummels were happy to see them and told that they were good angels who came to help them. In a few minutes, it really did seem as if kind spirits had been at work there. Hannah, who had carried wood, made a fire and covered up the broken panes with old hats and her own cloak. Mrs. March gave the mother tea and food and comforted her with promises of help. And she dressed the little baby as tenderly as if it had been her own. The girls, in the meantime, set the children around the fire and fed them like so many hungry birds, laughing, talking, and trying to understand what they said. The girls had never been called angel children before. That was a very happy breakfast they ever had, though they didn't eat anything. When they returned home, they were very happy and satisfied with some bread and milk on Christmas morning. So, how was the story? What did you learn from this story? Yes, in this story, you saw how the four little sisters sacrificed their special breakfast and were happy with only bread and milk. Can you tell me why they were happy? It's because there is joy in sharing things we have with the people whom we care for. So, the moral of the story is care for each other, share with each other, understand one's need, and be happy and contented. Now, read the lesson, A Christmas Present, from your literature text with proper punctuation and pronunciation. Later, underline 10 new and difficult words from the lesson and write the synonyms of those 10 words in your notebook. Hope you will all learn to be loving, caring, and sharing. Thank you and have a wonderful day.